Here are our champions. They're three of a kind.
Hi, I'm Keith Willard.
I'm Cindy Garcia.
I'm Mel Garcia, and we're the Mailroom Clerks.
And here are our challengers. They're also three of a kind.
Hi, I'm Theodore Pallas.
Hi, I'm Jay Shalene.
Hi, I'm Stephen Lodge, and we are the Calendar Makers.
And they're here to play Hot Potato. And here to toss the hot potato, our host, Bill Cullen.
Thank you all. Thank you very much. Happy to have you at Hot Potato. Thank you, Charlie. And welcome back to Hot Potato. We have our champions and we have our challengers. First off, let's meet our champions. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, three mailroom clerks who have become very successful because when they were with us last, they won themselves a total of $6,000. Congratulations, gang. Well, Mel, you're the captain. Tell me, what's $6,000 split three ways, $2,000? What's that mean to you?
About 10 weeks of work.
That can be the same for me when things are dull, too, I'll tell you that. What are you going to do with your $2,000, assuming that you might get more, too?
Put it towards a car that runs.
How about you, Cindy, may I ask?
Probably get a new wardrobe.
A new wardrobe? Very good, yes. And Keith, what do you have in mind?
Well, I'm going to take Howard and the guys in the mailroom to lunch, and then maybe put a little money in the bank.
You're going to take the guys in the mailroom to lunch?
Yeah.
Who's Howard?
Howard's my boss, and I'm sick today, so.
I see. Grandmother again, huh?
Yeah, right.
Passed away. Okay, and then you're going to put the rest in the bag. That's pretty good. Let's say hello to our calendar makers. Welcome, fellas. We
Hello, Bill.
talked to you briefly yesterday. Now, calendar makers, to me, is something that's unusual. What's different about your calendars that you make, the ones?
Well, our calendars, we use good-looking men and women, and they have their clothes on.
They do?
Yes.
Do you sell these calendars?
Yes, we do. Yeah, we distribute them across the United States.
And they're not cheesecake or anything like
No,
that?
no.
And you...
The women's might be a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Dress them up in bathing suits.
But the women in bathing suits and the men are fully dressed, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
That's good. I'll order all your calendars. I'll take that. We are happy to have all of you with us. You know how the game works. It's your first shot at it. We're going to read the question. It might pertain to everybody, so everybody listen. Our champions, as usual, are in control at the start. Two ways you can win: get the seventh answer or knock your opponents out of the game. Here comes the first question. We have a list of the 10 longest-running primetime network TV shows which are currently on the air. Question, can you name 7 of these long-running shows? Longest-running primetime network shows. Mailroom Clerks, champions, you're in control. Keith, what do you want to do, answer or challenge?
I'm going to go, I'm going to have to challenge.
Okay.
With Jay.
Oh, boy, what do you know about that, Jay? That's sort of a break for you, I think. If you can come up with an answer, you eliminate Keith. If you can't, you eliminate yourself.
Three's Company.
Three's Company, right. Keith, you're up. Okay, you got one right answer, and you got control back. Steve, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
All right, Bill, I'll play, how about Dallas?
How about Dallas? Right again. You got 2 right answers. Hey, Ted, all right. Ted, you can answer or challenge.
Well, I think I'll answer that and say Happy Days.
Happy Days. Right again, guys. 3 right answers.
Is this daytime? This is
Prime time.
prime time?
I hate to admit it, but daytime is not prime time.
Yeah, okay.
Right, prime time is...
I'd like to pass the potato to Mel.
Mel, you got it, and I think you're happy to have it. Can you name one?
One day at a time?
One day at a time is right, and you get control. Jay, that knocks you out. Happy Days, by the way, was number 2, the one that was in the rating. And now, Cindy, it's up to you. We have 4 right answers. You have 2 opponents over there.
I'd like to challenge Ted.
Okay, Ted, your challenge to stay in the game. Funny, they're passing this potato.
Yeah, it's getting hot. I'll go with the Jeffersons.
The Jeffersons, right answer. Cindy, knocked you out again. Okay, 1 opponent left, and Steve, you're up. Let me repeat the answers. Three's a Company, Dallas, Happy Days, One Day at a Time, and the Jeffersons. Steve, what do you want to do, answer or challenge?
Well, you know, I think I'm going to answer.
Okay, Steve.
How about Dynasty?
Dynasty. Wrong answer, Steve. Okay, that knocks Steve out of the game, and now we have 1 player on each team. Mel, you have control. We have 5 right answers. Need 2 more. You have 1 opponent for the round. What do you want to do?
Well, I'll play first.
Okay, that wouldn't be for the round. That just gets you up to 6.
Okay.
Okay, miss it, and you know what happens.
The facts of life.
The facts of life is wrong, and come on down here. How do you that. That was tough.
On the
You
air.
know, I was surprised. I was surprised that you didn't knock that off. But let me give you the other primetime favorites. Alice, Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, 60 Minutes, which is #1 for 16 seasons, and 2020. They were the ones we were looking for. So, our calendar makers did a pretty good job. You have round 1, takes 2 rounds to win a game, and we'll be back in a moment with the next round. But right now, cut something for us. So our calendar makers, 1 round to nothing. You surprised me. You lost the first round last time, didn't you?
Right, it's our psychology. It's our strategy. We're giving them confidence, right?
Enough rope?
Right.
And giving them enough rope to hang themselves.
Exactly.
Okay, if you give them any more rope, they're going to do it to you.
Right.
All right, you're going to be in control over here, guys. Okay. And Ted will be starting with you. But first of all, everybody, here's the question. What food do you find almost impossible to resist? That was the question that we had Davis Research ask people across America. And we have the top 7 responses. Can you name these irresistible foods? Foods people find hardest to resist. Ted, what do you want to do?
I think I'll answer that and say potato chips.
Potato chips. That's the wrong answer, Ted. Surprise. Ted, that knocks you out of the game.
God.
Say, your strategy's working so far, guys. Okay, Keith, it's up to you. We have no right answers, but you only have 2 opponents. Want to name one of those foods?
I'll take ice cream.
Ice cream is right. We have 1 on the board. Good. All right, Cindy, what do you come up with?
I say cookies.
Cookies. Wrong answer, Cindy. Knocks you out of the game. Well, we're getting not many answers, but we're getting a lot of people knocked out. Question again. The foods people find hardest to resist. Calendar makers are in control, and Jay, it's up to you. Answer a challenge. You can win either way.
I'll answer and say candy.
Candy is right. That's another right one. Candy, by the way, is the #1 answer. #1 answer. Steve, you have it. We have 2 right answers. You have 2 opponents.
How about cake?
Cake. Another right answer. 3 on the board. Okay, Jay, 2 ways to win. You can get the 7th answer or knock all your opponents out.
I like to pass it to Keith.
Keith, it's up to you to stay in the game. You have to come up with an answer.
I'll take good old American peanuts.
Peanuts. Wrong answer, Keith. Back there with Cindy, if you would. And control passes back to Steve. We have 3 right answers, and Mel is over here all by himself. Steve, you're up. What do you want to do?
Well, I think it's time to implement a little bit of strategy and pass it to Mel.
Well, that's strategy, Mel. In other words, you have to answer it to stay alive. Miss it, and you lose the round and the game.
Steak.
Steak. You're right. Your favorite. Boy, that's the #2 answer. Mel, you know how to play it for drama, don't you? You have control now. We have 4 right answers. Mel, you have it. You have 1 opponent over there.
Give it to him.
Okay.
Come on.
You've got it. Now, if you answer correctly, your team wins the round and the game. If you answer incorrectly, they win the round, and it's all tied up. Good luck.
How about bread?
Bread. Wrong answer, and the Mailroom Clerks have 1 second. Come on back. Well, now that strategy worked. It's all tied up.
Yep, here we go.
1 round apiece. Mailroom Clerks are our champions with $6,000. The other foods that we wanted: pizza, irresistible; seafood, broad generality; and spaghetti. So it's 1 for the calendar makers, 1 for the Mailroom Clerks, and we'll be back with the tying round in a moment. Right now, would you watch this? Well, to sum up briefly, it's become a pretty good game. Calendar makers have a round. They're the challengers. And our Mailroom Clerks have a round. They're the champions with $6,000 in the bank, as it were. Right. Or in your pocket, or wherever you put it. So here comes the deciding round and the deciding question. So if you'll all listen, it'll help you. Last year, about 300 million people boarded commercial airliners. We have here the list of the 10 domestic airlines which carried the most passengers. The most passengers. 10 domestic airlines which carried the most passengers. Can you name 7? Okay, Mailroom Clerks in control. Keith, we start with you.
Okay, I'll say TWA.
TWA is a right answer, 1 right on board. Okay. Cindy, as you know, you can answer, or you can challenge one of your opponents, hoping to knock them out.
I want to answer. I want to
Okay,
say United Airlines.
Correct. Another right answer on the board. Mel, you look like you feel you're on a streak, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Gonna answer.
Western.
Western. Wrong, Mel. Sorry, Mel. Back to the bench. A break for you guys. I thought they were going to take it and run with it. We have 2 right answers, and Ted, you have 2 opponents, as you can see. What do you want to do, answer or challenge?
I think I'll answer that, and
right.
I'll say American Airlines.
American is another right answer. A reminder, this is the round for the game. It's all tied up, 1 round apiece. Jay, answer or challenge?
I'd like to play, and I'd say Eastern Airlines.
Eastern is another right answer. Steve, we need 3 more right answers. We have 4 going right now, and you have 2 opponents. Do you want to answer or throw the hot potato to one of your opponents?
Well, last time I passed, it didn't work, but it's going to work this time.
All right.
Cindy.
Cindy, you have been challenged. To stay in the game, you must come up with a right answer.
I'll say PSA.
PSA is wrong, Cindy. That knocks you out of the game. Okay, 1 opponent left over there, Ted. So this is for round 3 and the game. Keith's all alone. What do you want to do? Answer? We have 4 right answers, need 3 more. Or challenge.
I think I'll answer that and say Pan Am.
Pan Am is correct. We have another right answer. Okay, here are the answers we've been given. TWA, United, American, Eastern, and Pan Am. Jay, you are up. Keith's over there all alone. We need 2 more right answers. What do you want to do?
Have a potato. I'll pass.
Keith, it's up to you, Keith.
I'll accept the potato.
To stay alive.
And I'll say Continental Airlines.
Continental Airlines is a right answer. And that, Jay. Okay, Keith, let me tell you where you stand now. You know it's all tied up 1 round apiece. We got 6 answers. We need 1 more for a win. You have 2 opponents. Which way you going, Keith?
To Ted with the potato.
Oh, bring it on.
Ted, you got it now, Ted. Answer correctly, you win the round and the game. Miss it, and the other team is still alive. Good luck.
Well, I'm going to say British Airways.
Ted, that's a wrong answer, and that knocks you out of the game if you go join Jay up there. And it passes over to Keith. Let me recap. First of all, Keith is 1 opponent. We have 6 right answers. You can win 2 ways. Correct answer or a successful challenge. We've had these answers so far. TWA, United, American, Eastern, Pan Am, and Continental. The domestic airlines carrying the most passengers. Keith, going to answer, or are you going to challenge?
Steve, this is tough. I got to give it to you, Steve.
Okay, Steve, you have control. Now, Steve, if you come up with the correct answer, you win the round and the game. If you miss, our mailroom clerks win the round and the game. Good luck. What's your answer?
Bill, how about Hughes?
Hughes is the wrong answer, and the mailroom clerks have won another. Strategy worked out. That was tough. Good job. Congratulations to the mailroom clerks, and fellas, I'm sorry that it worked out that way. Let me read the other airlines. The other airlines of those carrying the most passengers: Delta, Northwest Orient, Republic, and U.S. Air, known at one time as Allegheny. Well, Steve and Jay and Ted, we thank you all very much.
Thank you very much.
Much success in your calendar making, and we have some nice consolation prizes for you.
Thank you very much.
Gang here, what do I say to you? You won your 2nd game, added to your 1st game winnings and your bonus. You now have a total of $7,000. And when we get back here, you're going to have an opportunity to go up and play the big bonus game again for an additional $5,000. Okay? Good enough. We'll be back. See you in a moment. Right now we have this for you. Good job. Looks like you got $7,000 right now. That's what our mailroom clerks have won. Bonus is worth $5,000, so you're going for a total of $12,000. Nice part about it is no matter what happens here, you continue to play, take on new opponents, and as long as you keep winning. Now, subject of today's bonus is state nicknames. I'm going to give you a nickname, then I'm going to show you a pair of states. Each time, you must match the nickname I gave you to the proper state. Now, each time you're right, you earn $500. Answer 5 questions correctly, you win your jackpot, which is now at $5,000. Now, you have a pass, Mel. You're the captain. Okay. Use it well, as you did last time. Idea is that you only get 1 pass per bonus game. Okay, match the nickname to the proper state. The nickname is Empire State, is its state New Jersey or New York? Have a conference? Tell me whether you want to play or pass. The Empire State, what do you say?
We'll go with New York.
You're going to say New York? That's right. You have $500. You still have that pass. Do you want to go on?
We'll go on.
Okay. Now you're going for $1,000 or nothing. Match the nickname to the proper state. The Show Me State. The Show Me State. Is it Missouri or New Jersey? Have a conference.
He seems pretty sure.
Oh boy, Keith is trying to sell you a bill of goods. You gonna go on?
Keith seems pretty confident. Yeah.
You're gonna play.
Missouri.
Missouri is the right answer. You have another. Up to $1,000. Gonna go. Okay. They think your advice is good. They're going to go for it. You are now going for $1,500 or nothing. The good thing about that is you have a pass in hand. Okay. The nickname is the Grand Canyon State. Is it Colorado or Arizona? Have a conference and tell me whether you want to play or pass.
Wait, really?
Sure. Right.
Would you really?
Colorado.
I would say Arizona.
Colorado.
Okay. We're broken.
All right, what are you going to do?
Colorado. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's team captain, I guess.
Up to there, you did well.
I'm sorry.
It is
My fault.
Arizona.
Oh.
You didn't win it. I'll tell you what. Always have some good news. The Grand Canyon State is Arizona. You should have used your pass there.
Yeah, I
you
should.
didn't win the $5,000, but you have this consolation. When you get up here next time, assuming you do, you will be going for a jackpot worth $10,000. Well done, man. Okay. You got to have opponents. We got to play another game. You got $7,000 in hand. And right now, let's see who you're going to play against.
Hi, I'm Cindy Kersey.
I'm Dave Kersey. And I'm Bill Kersey, and we're Candle Makers!
Well, hello there. Candle makers, did I hear correctly? Cindy, you're the captain of the candle makers. Tell me something about candle makers. I know they make candles, but you know.
We take hot melted dyed wax and pour them into different molds, and then we shape them into different, like animals or...
The well-known handmade candles, huh?
That's right.
How long have you been in the candle game, Cindy?
Well, about 2 years.
How about you, David?
About 2 years.
And how about you, Bill?
About 1 year.
Okay. Oh, you're the rookie here.
I'm the rookie.
Well, we're happy to have all of you. You see Keith and Cindy and Mel over here. They're the champions. And we're going to start with them. They're going to be in control. But right now, we're going to pause because we want you to watch this word, please. It's been an interesting week we've had here this week. We've had our accountants who did a tremendous job. They became our all-time money winners, walking out of here with $40,000. $40,000. I forget. You remember because you're the players. You know, you saw something at stake. And we had our Navy officers who did a bit of recruiting. And we have Mel who has a problem. And I can tell you right now about Mel. He's an operator. Because he said, are we coming back again next time? And I said, yes, you're all invited back. And Mel said, gee, I only have one suit. Dave, can I borrow your tie? talking to his an opponent. Dave, are you going to lend Mel your tie for next time back here?
Sure.
You probably gather by now that time is such that we cannot play an entire game, and we don't like to leave them hanging in midair. As a matter of fact, there are rules against that. So, Cindy, may I talk to you a little bit about candle making?
Sure can.
Now, we have millions of people in the audience, and it is up to you and I, Cindy, to hold their attention with candle lore.
Oh, boy.
Now, when you make these candles, I mean, are these the expensive kind?
Well, they range from $10 to about $30.
So they are not merely to shed light or anything like that. They're decorative?
Yes, we really encourage them to burn them, of course, so they come back and buy some more.
If they don't burn them, you make a candle and it's gone.
That's right.
I did learn from David over there that this is your birthday.
Yes, it is.
May I be terribly personal?
Well, sure.
Okay. How old are you?
26.
What a lovely age.
Yeah.
Let's hear it for Cindy, who's celebrating her birthday. A situation like that makes me wax ecstatic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, you know, I'll tell you what. You know, it's getting late, and I'm getting old. We invite you all to join us again when we pick up with these two fine teams on Hot Potato. Thank you. Goodbye.